Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joshua Sanchez. For those of you who are new here, today's topic is about love and the universe or the multiverse. Yeah. So I had some thoughts the other day and I just want to share them with you. Do we even long for love if we know we are truly alone? Do we only yearn for love and attachments because we become aware of them in our reality, and thus desire to have them after the fact? If we presume ourselves as gods, or if there is a God, and if any of these theories hold true, then it implies that we, or God, knew what love was before we created ourselves, or before we were created, right? And created for the sake of love, or to have a responsibility, or to have some type of dependence. We had an idea of what we wanted slash desired ahead of time. Same can be said for us as the universe. You know, we were created by something. We are a creation from something. And if we were created for love or any other emotion, right, then our universe was first an idea before a reality. And this is definitely not the first time a universe or something like it was created. Even if it was the first time, where did that idea come from, right? Where do ideas or thoughts come from? This is a lot to unpack right here, but my mind was like on fire. Basically, I was wondering if I'm truly like stranded in space, right? There's nobody coming to get me. Nobody knows where I'm at. We've seen movies about this. We've seen encounters or experiences like this even on earth, people being stranded, right? And it got me thinking, like, do you really need emotional connections to survive? Because if these people came from a place where they knew about them beforehand, and now they fully accepted that they're stranded or alone and still able to survive afterwards, that kind of implies that we don't really need it. Or you could take it as like those memories from the past help them appreciate life being alone now. But it also made me wonder, say if you were just one human just thrown out into the world, right? And you knew that there was nobody else, there was no one else around, no other human. Would you need love or any type of emotions in order to survive? I guess I'm speaking more for love from others, from other humans, basically, because you definitely need emotions in order to survive, right? You need to feel fear or feel the presence of danger in order to avoid or overcome a danger. And let's say like you're living alone and you eat something and it tastes really good, makes you feel happy. That is also giving you a little bit more of a reason to continue living so you can eat that thing again and enjoy that happiness again. But what about with people, right? And it's interesting for me to think about these things because I'm wondering why anything or everything was created, right? And this is all one giant creation in a way. Like I'm just part of a very, very, very long singular creation, which is this universe. And let's say we were created, right? Let's say we created ourselves. That shows intention, and that means we had an idea of what we wanted, what we were desiring, what we wanted to create at the time. And you could say that even if a god, something different created us, right? There was this idea, this intention behind creating us. And if that's the case, it makes me wonder, where did those ideas come from? Because nothing is purely original, right? If we know that to be true. And it seems very true for all of life as we know it, right? But if nothing is truly original for us, that means that we were inspired from something else before us. If it was purely an original idea that just came from somewhere, where did that thought come from? In the same way that, like, you know, inventors throughout history, creators throughout history just create something from this random ass idea that just pops into their head, right? Like, where did that thought come from? And it makes me wonder if we're pulling things basically from another dimension. I used to listen to Joe Rogan a lot in the past, and I remember him asking this question of, where do thoughts and ideas come from, right? Like they just pop into our head like nothing, but they just came from somewhere, right? And where does they come from? And we don't even know. And let's assume that, like, if you believe in a god or gods, then they have ideas, which means that the realm or dimension that the ideas come from surpasses those gods, or they're connected to it, but they don't control it because, yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing blanks here because this is some deep shit. But what I mean by multiversal love or multiversal emotions is like everything that exists here that we feel or experience, anything that comes to pass in our universe was somehow either inspired by an existing universe or place before us, or this is all just completely a new original thing. And I'm more inclined to believe that there's just multiverses out there that existed way before ours. Not just because, there's science proving these things, but also, or I guess staying on science, yeah, like there's certain things within our natural cosmos that just seems so systemic. Like there's like reoccurring systems or structures or frequencies within our existing universe, right? I guess to put it into an analogy, it's like our universe is just one giant song, right? And everything is a reflection. Everything within that universe is a reflection of that singular song, that original sound. Whereas other universes are different songs completely. They sound completely different. Probably like sound probably doesn't even look or behave the same way, right? You probably taste it rather than listen to it. But that's like a completely different song that creates a completely different universe with completely different structures and common resonances, right? Whew. This one was wild for me to think about, and I'll probably return to this topic in the future because I'm not finished sorting out everything that I would like to conclude or theorize about it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you have any, if you want to build on what I've said. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.